In the 16th century, dancing was an important part of court life, and many Tudor monarchs were known to be accomplished dancers. Elizabeth I absolutely loved dancing and music, and one French ambassador wrote that she was a mistress of the art.
Tudor dancing is hugely important. Everybody at the Tudor Court would have known how to dance. They would all be expected to be able to dance in front, perhaps, of the Queen or the King himself at the time, and to be able to show off. I mean, that's really what it's all about. It's showing off to your peers and to those perhaps lower than you, perhaps above.
Can you tell us about some of the styles that were danced?
Well, we see two very different styles at this point, coming out of the Basque dance, which is all about peacocking around the room, and that is contrasted with the Haute dances, which are all about leaping as high as you can, showing vigorous masculinity, or neat footwork if you are a lady.
Now, we get lots of accounts of Galliards and things like that, and we know that Elizabeth was once referred to as dancing the Spanish Panic. What are these dances?
Well, we see a variety of different dances. The Galliard is one of those jumping dances, those Haute dancings I was talking about earlier. We see the Spanish Panic might have been confused for the Pavane, which is a Spanish dance, and we will be demonstrating very shortly. It's a slow processional dance as you enter a room.
And what about the Volta? We hear this word. What does that mean?
The Volta is Italian. It means turn. And the turn in the sense of the dance is where a lady is lifted by her partner and turned 3/4 of a circle. But it was thought quite scandalous, particularly by Christian fundamentalists who thought that the mechanism of lift was quite intimate and therefore inappropriate for the courts.
This is the dance we're talking of, placing one hand on the front and one on the back. To turn her, the actual turn itself doesn't come from the lift. Your arms help to lift. The gentleman's left leg, or right leg, depending on which way you're lifting her, goes behind and rests his thigh upon her rear, and you use that to turn her through the air. So it's seen as quite scandalous.
And did they only dance with people of the opposite sex?
No, in fact, we see lots of competition dances done between people of the same gender. So two men might have a little dance spar between them. We also know that Katherine of Aragon would dance in her chambers and practice her steps with her ladies. So it seems that you would dance with members of your own sex as well.
And what about Elizabeth I? What sort of dances do you think she liked?
Well, she is commented on for dancing in the Italian style, which is supposedly incorporating those very high leaps and that vigorous energy I was speaking of.
We know that she was really opinionated and obviously quite knowledgeable about this, and we hear ambassadors reporting not only that young maids used to dance in front of her, but also that she used to criticise them when they weren't doing it properly. So it's something that she obviously cares quite a lot about.
Well, this is the lady, of course, the Queen, who dances 6 or 7 Galliards before breakfast, so it's very much a part of who she is. Also, that dancing feeds into the very important Tudor idea of courtly love. It can help you get across or get further in the marriage market if you are seen to be an impressive dancer, and it feeds into the idea of chivalry as well, which is everywhere.
You do start to get dances where the men and the ladies can dance together, where they can be quite excited about dancing together. It means that this is an opportunity for you to actually touch the hand of the lady that you're dancing with, so that's quite exciting.
So can you tell me, though, drawing on your experience of dancing, but also in costume, what was it like to dance in the Tudor period?
Quite restrictive at times. You certainly have to hold yourself in a certain way, but we've had to conduct our own experiments as to how these things can be done wearing something like this. Yes. For example, when you look at some of the images of people doing La Volta, you see holds from here, and yet when you read the descriptions, it's suggested that you are held here. And so we have to do these experiments to work out how it is possible to lift someone into the air just by gripping on the stomach, effectively.
And what are some of the other challenges of Tudor dancing?
Well, breathing. I am very tightly tied in here. It's a decision not to eat before we do any of the more energetic dances, particularly if I'm about to be lifted by my stomach. What do you find challenging?
I mean, energy levels. If they're dancing the Galliard a lot, it's exhausting. Also, dancing with a hat. You're expected to have your hat on throughout its decorum, or having a sword belt on and a sword and it comes loose and it comes off. So parts of the costume which are there to look good, but are actually cause more hindrance while you wear them.
We are about to teach you the Pavane, which is a processional dance, how you would enter the room to display your importance. The style needs to be considered. It is measured and it is as if you are gliding. One of the translations is to be a peacock, so think about that as we go through. So we're going to start by just stepping on our left foot, rise up on your toes and lower. Step on the right, rise up on the toes and lower. 3 steps forward, starting on the left, flat, right up on your toes, left. Bring your feet together, rise lower. To the right, right, rise lower, and the left, rise lower. 3 steps backward, starting on the right, flat, rise, flat, rise lower. And there you have it. Shall we perform it with some music?
Shall we? Why not?
Excellent.